Hey everyone, today we are heading back to Cockroach Bay Nature Preserve. This is not the state park, this is a Hillsborough County nature preserve. Only one other car here, not too bad. But this is a great nature preserve. They have the really nice hill that has the view of like downtown Tampa, St. Pete from up there, that hill over there. I will put in the cards the previous video so you can take a look at that. But I guess these people just showed up. They probably have no idea what they're doing with what they're wearing, and we'll see what we can do. As suspected, those people actually did stop me when I got out of my car and asked me like what this place was, and they were looking for somewhere that I guess you can like go in the water, and I'm like, oh, this is nowhere near the water. So I actually I told them to go check out the Manatee Viewing Center in Apollo Beach, because I figured if they're not from the area, that is definitely the place to go. So as I'm probably not gonna go up Mount Cockroach today, I think we're just gonna do the perimeter, because there's some geocaches I want to go ahead and knock out in this park today. Today's actually an unseasonably warm day. When I got out of my car, it was over 80 degrees. However, there's a really nice breeze. But just like the last time I came here, be advised that there really is not a lot of shade. So this is definitely a more winter place to go versus the heat of the dead of the summer. The main trails I'm going to be going on today are actually just this one that goes right along the roadway. Because again, today is mostly just about getting some geocaches and clearing out this park. So the first one is actually going to be at the end, and that is all the way by the entrance to the park where the sign is. And here is that sign, welcome to Cockroach Bay. Again, keep in mind there is a state park at the end of the street as well, but we are at the nature preserve. Now, basically how geocaching works is you can use an app, and it kind of brings you within like a 15 or 20 minute radius. And then the more that you do these, the easier they are to find. So I'm actually going to show you where this one is, just so you can see kind of what geocaching is. All right, so you're kind of looking out. There might be something hanging here. You know, have these been replaced with something? But I looked down and saw something that looked a bit unnatural. So here we have a rock. Let's take a look at this weird looking rock. And there you go. So geocaching is a lot of fun. It introduces me to a lot of places I wouldn't normally go to. But we're going to go ahead. We're going to open it up. And inside you have a little logbook that you're going to sign your name and the date. And then we're going to put it back exactly as found and log it in the app. Heading back from that first geocache, this is the trail that we came in on. But we have about a half a mile until the next one, and it is just a straight shot down the road. Lots of people biking on this main road over here. I guess it's nice and long and flat. So pretty interesting. Nobody else here so far. But just remember, no matter where you go, always have some sort of protection on you. I like the Jogger Fogger. I got this as a big pack from Costco, because you just never know what kind of wild animals or people you will encounter on these trails. The only real flowers we're seeing are these beautiful daisies, and there's patches of them throughout the hike today. But everything else is pretty much just dead grass, and it's not the most picturesque place that you can hike in Central Florida. If you are walking along this road path, I guess I'll call it, there are opportunities to circle back to where you parked your vehicle. So right here we have a blue trail marker, and you could easily go and head back. Also, what I just noticed is if you were trying to do these geocaches on this trail, this road trail, you could probably park right here as well and just walk in through the gate. I never noticed this before. I kind of wish I had just done that. That would have made my walk a little bit shorter today, but that's okay. There's definitely parking space there, and there's definitely availability for you to walk around. But again, if you wanted to go back or go to Mount Cockroach, you can just go ahead on this trail. But we're going to continue because this is actually my favorite part of the preserve. And it is, if you could see it, there is wetlands in the middle here. So we'll see if we can find any birds or anything interesting like that today as well. So nothing too exciting so far. There's a few ducks on this pond here. But I always like this part. I just find it to be very, very relaxing. Whenever there's water involved, it just seems a little bit more relaxing to me. If you watched my earlier video, the last time I came here and did a video of it, this definitely is different. A lot of this grass, I don't know if they cut it down or if it's just that time of the year that, you know, it's just not growing as much, but you get a much better view of the pond here. From here, you can also see the summit of Mount Cockroach. So again, I don't know if we'll go that way today. We'll kind of see. It is really, really hot out for hiking with no shade. So I'll probably be beat up by the time we even get near there. But we'll see. Maybe I'll go up there. But if you only do one thing here, you definitely need to go to the top of Mount Cockroach and then just go back to your car. Okay, now also in my last video when I came here, I did not go straight. I actually came from this way and then towards where I am right now. But today we are going to go straight. Let me zoom out. We are going to go straight because that is where all the geocaches are. So if you look at the actual map, it doesn't show a path down here, and that's why I did not do that loop, because as you can see, we have a blue trail marker over here. However, my goal today is to knock out these geocaches, so we're definitely going to go straight. And I do believe the first one is relatively close at this point. So the next geocache is called Well, Well, Well. And this is the area that the GPS is bringing me to. So let me go ahead and try to find this one. All right, so if you take a look all the way around, here we have this is called a Bison Tube. A Bison Tube. You'll see that a lot in descriptions that you're looking for a Bison Tube. And there you go. So we're going to open it up, sign the logbook, and move on to the next one. This next one is called No Horsing Around, and according to my geocaching app, I'm about 42 feet away. And I'm telling you, once you've done more and more of these, there are telltale signs of where you need to go. So for example, the fact that we call these geo trails, where you can see where people have been more heavily walking, and no horsing away makes it sound like some sort of hitching post. And so again, once you get a little more advanced in these, you can walk right up to them. We're about 400 feet or so from the last geocache that's on this trail before we start heading back. And one thing I do want to note is along the side here, it's actually mangroves. And so there is standing water. And so if you are going to attempt these, I would suggest bug spray, because I am totally getting eaten alive by mosquitoes. Even as I'm recording this right now, I'm getting attacked. So bug spray is definitely a good idea on this trail. I wanted to show you as we go to our last geocache hide over here. I am actually going to go to the end of this because you can see the tree line, and I'm wondering if it wraps around or not. So we're going to go explore that versus having to backtrack. But our last geocache, I'm about, I don't know, 250 feet away or so. I need to close my camera and take a look at the app. But it's called Oakenthorn. So I was thinking, even without having my app open, maybe it's in this oak tree. We are looking for a small plastic bottle. So let me go into my app and see how far away I am, and then we'll go from there. What I'm really surprised about today is just the variety of geocaches that we're able to find. I'm able to show you. So this one is really obvious. It is a plastic container just hanging off of this tree. So there's lots of variety in this part. All right, so this is the road trail that we came on, and this does in fact loop around. So we have a few more geocaches to find here today. This sun is absolutely brutal, especially for mid-December, but it's okay. There's a breeze. Definitely wear sunscreen here, and definitely bring bug spray, please. Trust me, do not make my mistake. The bugs are horrible. Even again, as I'm doing this video, I'm getting totally destroyed by mosquitoes. This is a really interesting part of this trail. I wonder if there's seasonal flooding here during the year. It's definitely dry. It's not like this is a tidal area or anything like that. But I do wonder, just like when there's storm surge or something like that, it's pretty interesting. Let me zoom out so you can see better. There's another reserve that does have, actually, you know, maybe this is tidal. I just saw a crab. Right in this hole right here, crab just went in. So maybe it is a little bit moist. Maybe this is tidal. So I guess be careful on the time of the day that you come here, because this might get a little wet here. Very interesting. We're going to continue down right here. This looks like the continuation of the trail. And what's interesting is there's also some more that way. So we might have to come back here at some point. See, here's a crab right here. See? So I think this might be tidal. Very interesting. Huh. I'm out walking to that next geocache. And this is really interesting now, because none of this is on any map as far as there being a trail out here. And you can see it says stay on path. So I don't know, there's definitely more to explore if you also kind of want to spend some more time out at this preserve. I'm not going to go back there today. But then there's also like a mound here, which is really interesting. So very interesting place. Lots to see. Lots of different ecosystems as well. But let's go find that next geocache. It's called Out on a Limb. I'm about 300 feet away. So once I get closer, we will try to find this one together. All right, now ever since the first one, I have not been like pre-finding these. I've been doing this in real time. And it said I was not too far away. Let's check out this tree, because again, the name of it is Out on a Limb. Let's see if I could see it anywhere. Oh yeah, there it is. So this is another type of container as well. It's like a, I don't know, Bison Tube or pill tube. So there we go. There's our next geocache. So by following that entire loop around, you do end up back on the main blue trail. There's a geocache right over here. I'm only about 50 feet away from it. If I had to guess, it's probably in that tree right there. Again, you can kind of scope out good hiding places once you've done a lot of these. And so what we're going to do is we're going to go get that geocache. We don't want to go all the way down because that's going to bring us back to the road. So we're going to go this way afterwards, and then we're going to loop back to the parking lot. All right, we're to this tree that I suspected it was in, and you can see it right here on the branch. So once again, let's go inside and continue on. All right, we have just one more geocache to find, and then we are done with Cockroach Bay. The only geocache that I have not done yet in here is an earth cache. I'm not crazy about those. I normally just go for the traditional geocaches when I'm out here. But the earth cache is okay. Basically, they usually have you ask they ask you some questions. You have to answer it about basically the earth sciences of a place. I do come back here pretty frequently because it's the best place around that has a hill. So I am currently in the process of training for a trip I'm going on next year to Nepal. And so I will be back here many times to train on that hill. And so I just don't feel like I need to do it today. And we have a bald eagle here. Always exciting to see. Trust me, it is 100% a bald eagle. I saw it before I could get the video camera up fast enough so I get the front of it. I don't know if it's just me, but seeing a bald eagle never gets old. It really, really doesn't. There's just something so majestic about them. And I had another one. The last time I did a hike was at the Bahia Beach Preserve, which was my last hiking video. And right when we were exiting there, I also saw a bald eagle. But it's really hard to catch on camera because the big thing with them is their heads and their big yellow beaks. And so I know sometimes if I don't get that big yellow beak, you're like, oh, it's not a bald eagle. Trust me, I just couldn't get to the phone fast enough because I was on the geocaching app to get the video of the front of the bald eagle. So always amazing. If I wanted to go directly back to the car, I could go straight, but our geocache is over here to the left. So we're gonna go ahead and go scoop that up. I'm actually glad we went this way because I can show you that over here, there's actually a picnic table. So if you did want to come out here with the family and do a little hiking, you do have another water area over here. And then there is a picnic table. And I'll show you, there is access here as well, down to the mangroves. We're here anyway, so we might as well go take a walk down there. I'm already totally bit up. Anytime you're dealing with mangroves, you always want to bring bug spray. But there you go. Love it. Love, love, love the mangroves. So peaceful. All right, well, we are not too far away now from our last geocache of the day, so let's get that going. We're looking for a Bison Tube, which is that small tube that we found earlier, and I'm about 40 feet away. And again, I can just kind of tell it's probably going to be in this tree over here. So the geocache name is Higher Ground. As you can see, this is actually elevated a bit. So let's see where this geocache is. I don't see it right away, so let me do a little looking, then I'll show you. It actually didn't take me very long. Right when I put the phone down, it is right here, hanging around. All right, and that is a wrap. We're gonna head back to the car, get on out of here, get on with our day. We got our exercise in this morning, cleared out an entire park of geocaches. So thank you so much for joining me on this journey. If you have not tried geocaching yet and you have any questions, please feel free to leave a comment. I'm more than happy to answer them. If you also go on like geocaching.com, they also have a lot of like, sorry, there's a really loud airplane. I'm trying to find it. But if you go on geocaching.com, they have lots of like videos and like how to start geocaching and things like that. Lots of really great resources. So thanks so much for joining me. I hope to see you on the trails very soon. Goodbye. And here is that where is it in the video? Very, very loud airplane. It's like a cargo airplane for the military.